You guys know that age-old question of if you had to pick one animal, what animal would you pick? And if your answer isn't Komodo dragon, then you're a fucking idiot. Why? Because that thing is the craziest goddamn creature on this planet. This thing doesn't even need to fuck to reproduce. This thing doesn't even fucking need legs. I mean, it has them. It can run pretty fast, but all it needs to do is just wait around and just bite something, and then it dies pretty quickly too. Like 30 minutes later, you just fucking die because it's poison or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just eats away at you, and it gives you hypothermia. Imagine dying of hypothermia in Indonesia without being in the water. That's gotta be the saddest way to go, man. If you don't pick Komodo dragon, you better be picking like an actual fucking dragon. Because this thing basically is a dragon, but it doesn't have wings. You know, it can grow up to 10 feet long, which is basically doubled my fucking height. It can eat up to 80% of its own body weight, which, you know, to the modern Americans, probably not that fucking impressive, but hey, 80%'s a lot. That's a B minus. It just stretches its neck and throat and swallows massive amounts of meat. Kind of like my ex. If this thing could fly, we wouldn't even put up a fight. There wouldn't need to be a World War III. We would just be like, yeah, well, fuck. They can fly now. Shit. We're done. Alright. Nothing we can really do about this. They'd run an alliance with the snakes. Maybe the spiders. Form little coalitions. They'd probably have like Russian-style hats, that's what I imagine. Little hammer and sickle. Except it would be like a snake and a Komodo dragon. They'd have fucking anacondas in the front line just choking bitches out. They'd have pit vipers laying traps around like the Viet Cong, just waiting for people to fall in. Are snakes lizards? I don't know. Seriously, just take one look at this thing and tell me you wouldn't just immediately shit your pants. If this thing was coming at you with its fucking swagger, just sprinting at the speed of Usain Bolt, but looking fresh while doing it, you'd shit your pants. That'd be the last time you ever shit. It would be in your pants. Pretty funny when they fight each other though. They look like they're trying to like aggressively make out. They can fuck other lizards too and produce offspring, like the sand goanna. But they stopped doing that because they all got gonorrhea. That'd be pretty dope though, being a lizard. I think the best part about being a lizard would be how stupid you are. Like being stupid is so underrated. Because the more you think, the harder life gets. Like everything sucks when you start thinking about it too much, you know? Like even when you want to treat yourself to like a nice meal or something like that, it always kind of weighs you down a little bit. Like, oh yeah, I'll get this fucking nice cheeseburger, dude. You know, buy it from a fancy place because that's what you do as an American. You buy fancy cheeseburgers. Then you start thinking about it too much. You're like, yeah, but I already had McDonald's today and the day before, and then Wendy's the day before that. But I did a really good job today, so I think I deserve it. But I might die soon. You know, if I eat this cheeseburger, I might die quicker. And dying kind of sucks. And that shit weighs you down, man. If you're a lizard, you ain't thinking about any of that shit. If you're a lizard, all you're thinking about is probably fucking nothing. You're probably just looking around waiting for something to move so you can sink your teeth into it and then eat it and then fucking lamp around for about 3 days. Tell me that doesn't sound like the dream. Tell me that's not what every single person on this planet wants to be doing. Just sitting around, eating, having nothing going on in their mind. Just static. Just static waves going through your brain. Not thinking about shit. You're not anxious. You're not depressed. Maybe you're not happy, but you're content. You're just living. You're just a fucking lizard. You don't gotta think about politics. You don't gotta think about global warming. You're just a fucking lizard. You got the brain the size of a fingernail. Why would you? Why would you care about anything? You're a fucking lizard. Fuck, man. That'd be awesome. You don't even care if your family dies and shit. You're just like, ah, yeah. That's what happens. You probably don't even recognize what death is. You're probably like, hey, fucking Bob hasn't moved in 3 years. He's looking a little white and skinny. It's kind of weird. Whatever. I'm just gonna sit here for 3 hours waiting for something to walk by my face so I can stick my tongue out and grab it. Dude, imagine if Komodo dragons could be like chameleons and they could like fucking camouflage and shit. You're just harmlessly walking down the beach collecting some shells, and you go to reach down for a cool looking shell and it's a fucking Komodo dragon. Dude, if there's an Earth 2.0, there's definitely camouflaged Komodo dragons. That's definitely got to be a buff. They don't need a buff though. They need a nerf. They need to like cut off their arms or something. At least get rid of that tail. They're just showing off with that fucking tail. Doing some Tekken bullshit with it, whipping it around, tripping shit. And why don't we have tails anymore? Like, why wasn't that put into the evolutionary fucking thing? Tails are sick. I'm not a furry. Yet. But that'd be cool, right? Doesn't it look like monkeys have a whole lot of fun swinging around on their tails? You know? It looks fun as shit. To have like a tripod behind you. If you ever just want to like chill out for a bit, you can just lean on your tail. Like why did the lizards get tails, but we didn't? Is it because it's like awkward to put in jeans or something? You could just cut a hole in the back. You could just like trip people without even looking at them. You know? You could just be standing in line, and if someone was standing really close behind you, you could just fucking trip them. That'd be sick. Like, oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. It's a tail, it's got a mind of its own. If you cut it off, it fucking grows back. Cool, right? Yeah, I know. Fucking lizards, man. They have bones for skin. Bones for skin. Literal fucking organic chainmail. That's what the Wikipedia says. It's like organic chainmail. They have bones on the outside of their body. Now, if that doesn't fucking scare you, I don't know what will. You're probably a psychopath. But come on, man. If you're not scared of these things, you're a liar. You're like those people that wear shorts in the middle of the winter. I'm not cold. Sure. Sure you're not. I know you're scared. I know you're cold. You're not fucking fooling anybody. Nah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just be a pug. Just make weird noises. Snort a lot. Can't fly on airplanes because my respiratory system's so fucked up. Yeah, that'd be tight.